All right, so I also want to talk about commands. Okay, so I want to talk about how to use a verb in a command. Um, there are two types of commands, um, a formal version and an informal version. I'll show you the formal first. Um, Usually with uh, the formal commands, you're going to use the either the third person singular subjunctive form of that verb or the third person plural subjunctive form of that verb, depending on whether you're talking about commanding one person or more than one person, right? So let me show you what that looks like. So let's say I'm talking just to state. I'm going to say hable. If I want to give a negative command, no hable. So let's say we're talking about more than one person. Hablen. Let's talk about more than one person. No hablen. Right. So that's all there is to it for formal commands. Now let's try formal commands with um, object pronouns. Right. That's a hot issue right there. So um, I'll use a direct object pronoun first. Right? Háblelo. Speak to him. And we have a negative command. You want to put the object pronoun up here, right, before the verb. No lo hable. The same is going to happen with plural forms. Háblenlo. No lo. Right. And let me explain the accents too. So usually when you have we have a command, um, an affirmative command with an object pronoun attached. Um, you're going to have a an accent show up on the next to last syllable, right? So uh, that is the syllable right before your conjugation change, right? So that's what will happen, and it only happens with the affirmative commands, whether it's affirmative formal or affirmative commands that are informal. Um, what else? Okay, so now I'm gonna skip over indirect object pronouns. It'd be kind of the same thing. Hablele, if we can do that, but I'll show you what it looks like with a double object pronoun. Right. So hábleselo. Right. Speak it to him or her. Right. So your indirect object pronoun would come here in a double object pronoun expression. Just like any regular indirect object double object pronoun expression. So let me give you a negative version of the singular. And again, this rule applies to also the plural forms. Right? So separate indirect object first, direct object after, and then after both of them is your command with negative command.